Guys, it's Oda King Live coming at you again for another top 10 episode of anime. And today's episode is going to be romance shows. So what I did was I went through my entire collection and I picked out the top 10 romance shows that I really enjoyed. And really there wasn't too many more. I mean, there's a lot of harem shows and things like that, but these I tried to stick with mostly realistic romance shows where it's, just one guy, one girl, or maybe a little bit of extras in there. But let's get right into this, and my battery's almost going to die. Number 1 is Kodacha, or Child's Toy, or whatever you want to call it. Our protagonists this time around are a little bit on the younger side of things. But this show it's also kind of crazy and wacky. But I really love Katachi. It really actually, tackles a lot of serious issues, such as Hayama's, wanting to die and, asking to be killed and things like that. And I mean, these are children. These are like 10-year-olds in this show. And it's more adult than you would first think. And it's really off the wall, and it's a fun ride all the way through. It's like 2 seasons long. I really recommend it. You probably haven't seen it. Check it out and enjoy. Next up is the slightly older Peach Girl. We're talking with late teens here, and a little more, higher up on the romance scale. It's like, it's a high school type romance show, Ganguro style and, all that kind of nonsense. But I actually really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it, and I actually need to rewatch it because I'm kind of drawing a blank on a lot of the aspects of the show right now. So that's on my rewatch list, and I'm gonna go do that. Next up, we have a cheater here. I've never yet seen it. It's F Tales of Memories, or whatever the heck it's called. I know it's popular. I've seen it around. I've heard of it. I got both seasons. It's on the list, even though I haven't watched it yet, because I know I'm going to enjoy it. Next up is, of course, Clannad. A lot of hate/love for this show. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. I've cosplayed as Akio from it, so I love it. The whole, surprise, the whole twist. I mean, I don't know. I'm out to town on that one a bit. But as the show stands on its legs with the girls and all the different arcs, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. And you probably did too. Next up, we have one of the granddaddies of them all, Two Hearts. Big time in Japan, lots of games. This was a heavy, game simulation love sim. This is the anime of it. Heck, the robot girl, everything. This had a lot of the early things that we know today. Two Hearts a classic, and I don't remember much of it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It looks like we got to rewatch number 2. Next up is His and Her Circumstances. This is a unique romance comedy or romance show because of its strange nature with the whole having something over somebody and, wanting to love them, etc. And then there's the whole popsicle stick episode, and it's a very unique show. It's very different. The art style is even pretty unique. You don't hear about it that much anymore. It was big when it came out, but it's pretty rare now. But I definitely recommend it. It's very unique. The episodes are pretty interesting, and you'll probably have a pretty good time with it. Next up is the one I can't complete for some reason because it's so dang expensive. Kimigure Orange Road. I love this show. This is a classic 80s romance show. One guy, 2 girls, friends, boom, throughout the seasons. I only have the first 6 discs of this. The last 6 are just crazy expensive, and the OVA box is crazy expensive. It's hard to put out $50 a disc for this show. I will complete it though. I'm hoping it gets re-released on Blu-ray or something. Unfortunately, this was Anime Ego that I don't think is operating anymore. So hopefully somebody picks up this series and re-releases it in a box set on Blu-ray or something. Anything, I don't care. I want it, and you will too. Check it out. Next up is one of my all-time favorites, the Viz video release Boys Over Flowers, which they must have lost it because this has been re-released in a box set by, I believe, another company. Boys Over Flowers, or Henny Dango, is one of my all-time favorite romance shows. It's about some rich, tough guys at school, and this girl gets in on pretty much a scholarship. Everyone hassles her because she's poor, and she pretty much fights back, and, Pretty Boy, he likes that, and he ends up, falling for her, and it's awkward because he doesn't know how to properly, and she doesn't know how to, and it's just a huge chaos show, and I definitely recommend it. It's probably one of my number one recommended, romance show of all time. And next up was the one that follows Henny Dango is Marmalade Boy. I had a lot of fun with Marmalade Boy. The four box sets that were released by Tokyo Pop. 3 is hard to get. I paid a couple bucks for that one, that's for sure. These are beautiful box sets too. Hard cardboard sets with the case, discs inside. Marmalade Boy is another one. Just regular girl and guy. They get together mostly because their parents decide to break up and remarry the other parent. They're swingers that divorce and get remarried, but all live in the same house. It's really bizarre, and so they become not technically brother and sister, but anyways, they fall in love, and it's a long ass story. It's like 70 some episodes, and it's really good, except it has some really annoying characters in it too. But I definitely recommend Marmalade Boy if you can find and complete it. And last and not least, as you may have seen on my channel already, is Mahou Cuckoo. It's a classic. If I had to pick one of the romance shows by Takahashi, it's definitely Mahou Cuckoo. It's the most romancy of all of them, Ranma. It's just a girl and just a guy, and it's just following their story as they try to make it work. I mean, she's a widower and he's a college student, and it's good, and it'll hit you right in the feels on some episodes, and I can't recommend Mahou Cuckoo enough. It's definitely a classic. For God's sakes, Viz or somebody, bring it out on Blu-ray already. I need it, because I do not have the last couple volumes because they run like $100 a pop, and I have a feeling it's going to be released soon in a Blu-ray box set, so I don't want to spend that last couple $100. So either way, leave a like if you're into romance anime just like me. And leave a comment below. I know I've missed some. There's certainly a lot of new shows. I mean, I know of a lot of the new ones that have just come out recently. These are the ones that are in my collection, as you know. So I'll see you next time for another Top 10 Anime.